The final word.
Remember.
Hey, Law.
What up? What up, big dog?
You had a damn good show today, boy.
Hey, I try to be, man. I try to.
The final word.
1% better than what I try to do every day, man. And I appreciate the callers too for being transparent.
Yeah. Can you recap that, bro? Just real quick.
Yeah, we had a guy that was said that he was on drugs or what have you, but looking for that escape hatch, he tuned into Mark Holmes' page, and he wanted to be able to share his condolences out to Mark Holmes.
The final word.
Because Mark Holmes just lost his father, I believe. So
yep.
And that's a thing that we all know that we all gonna venture to see, whether we like it or not. You know, we're gonna lose a loved one gonna lose us, right?
Yeah.
So he said by just listening into the content that we does on the show, man, that's mean everything, bro.
Nah, it was absolutely epic. Epic. And I was saying, matter of fact, I need to turn your channel on.
The final word.
Yeah, it's all good. And remember.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
The final word.
Yeah. Here we go. All right, got you on now.
You got me on.
Yeah, you good.
Got to turn these little faucet handles over here on my end on too.
Yeah.
The faucet handles. Yeah. Old school.
See, it's always some work. See, people don't realize that when we doing this portion that we actually talking and working at the same time. People don't know
plane,
it, but
man. We got the jumbo plane, bro.
Yeah. See, it's what people don't see, man. You know?
Yeah.
The final word.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, man, just real quick, man. That show was dope. And I can't wait till you clip that out. To really know that watching Dallas Cowboys content help a man get off drugs, that's amazing.
Come on with it. Hey, Cowboys that's the real narcotic right there. Well, we addicted to the Dallas Cowboys, man.
Hey, that hope of yours to get you off the dope.
Man, come on with it.
I just wanna run it up. Kind of check or something. I've been really in the feel letter. I've been really in the feel letter. Rush, I love the feel lately. I just wanna run it up.
I do.
Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal lately. I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it
too legit.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel lately. I just wanna run it up.
Man. That's all I want to do is run it up.
Yo.
All right. So we got some good stuff to cover today, man. And see, this is the thing I like, bro. Let me be honest. It's easy to get drafted out right around this time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
This is where it helps to have content creators that got range, right? Because how many times can you remix Tet versus Matt Gold?
Right. Remix.
So it's more going on than just the draft, right?
Right.
So we got to talk about some of this stuff, man. And first, before we get into it, obviously, man, we want to say a special congratulations to one of our own guys. Can you talk about that real quick, man? The retirement of a great.
So Tyron Smith, he done pretty much said, you know what, I'm done with playing football, and he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's been into the mix with the Cowboys. He was one of the first staple pieces of the Cowboys, getting things in the right direction as far as the offensive line play. He's been a guy that's been a noble citizen. And also, to put the cherry on the top, here's my thoughts with Tyron Smith. He should be first ballot. Him and, dare I say, Zach Martin. They can hold Travis Frederick and make all three of them go in at the same time, basically, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that also, just to put the cherry on the top with Tyron Smith, he was the very first Pat Mahomes contract, the 10-year deal, right?
Yeah.
For dog water. And a lot of people talked bad about that deal when it originally happened. And then there was a lot of people that talked glowingly of the deal. It was a good situation. He was drafted when he was only 20 years of age, man.
I would say it was the sweetest deal of all time.
Yeah, the sweetest.
Yeah, man. Just a real good deal for the Cowboys because he had the leverage for a while to do what Zach Martin did.
Yeah. Oh, Zach Martin, man. I remember that episode you did about him skipping the front of the line, bro.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Yeah.
That wasn't popular, but I was telling the truth.
You was.
I was telling the
like
truth.
I say, I'm gonna apologize once again to Stargazer. You know, she was one of the first ones to step out on the ledge.
She got shot down for it too. Hold on, bro.
As a female too. Now, you know, you got to put that into the context. You know,
she got shot down for telling the truth. She was saying,
and everything. If we took her advice, everything would have been bitter with the Cowboys then. But she was talking about that, was it 3 years ago?
2 to 3 years ago, saying it's time to trade Zach Martin while you can get value out of him. Yeah. And she was saying it around that time where he had that 99 on Madden.
Right. Oh, yeah. And he had the 99 on Madden. I remember people were like, girl, you out your cotton picking mind. Girl.
And she was dead right.
That's what they were saying to her.
She was all the way right.
Hey, and I couldn't come in to defend her, dude.
No, she had to take
bad about it too, because I was 1-1. I said, girl, you don't do that. But,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, she was right. And then, you know, obviously Jared spoke about that too.
Oh, he did? I didn't get that one.
You ain't see it? Hold on, let me see. Talk real quick while I pull it up.
Yeah, so man, she stepped out on a limb, and she was like, "Yeah, man, we should trade Zach Martin, you know, like you can get something salvageable." And I laughed my ass off because I thought all I saw was a 99 rating from Martin, and I didn't see the future. And he's been pretty much mediocre since then. She made that statement. Yep. But to be fair, this is not about Zach Martin. This is about Tyron Smith.
Right.
I think that Tyron Smith should get his flowers with the Cowboys. And if anything, I don't know if Jerry Jones will still be walking around when it's time to put players in the Ring of Honor. But all three of them should be in the Ring of Honor. Travis, Zach, and Tyron.
Yeah. And they all will be. I can't find that clip, bro.
You can't find it, but it must have been ways.
But Jerry clearly talked. He took a shot at Zach Martin for skipping the line. He did.
Oh yeah.
I could pull it up in the future, but I would have to.
In the future, yeah, it's all good.
But and see, some things are hard to say, man.
Yeah.
And so, shout out to people that's looking out for the team, even when it don't look like you're looking out for the team. She one of them. So.
Yeah, she was.
All right, so I wanted to get into. So we gonna cover these kind of rapid speed, bro. We gonna get in and out today. Hold on, let me find this next one real quick. This the one that everybody talking about.
Ramsey. Yeah,
so
I think that this would be a good one right here. Go ahead.
This cat right here killed him. He said, can we just level set on who Jalen Ramsey is at this point in his career? An aging corner who's still great in man coverage but struggles greatly when playing zone and is realistically the 40th best cornerback in the league.
The 40th best cornerback in the league?
Yeah.
Now, here's my thoughts on this. He was kind of like banged up last year, wasn't he? He didn't play all of the games, if I'm not mistaken.
I haven't looked at
yeah.
I haven't looked at
Oh, you haven't looked at it? Okay. So if he's the 40th, then I know for sure the 60th and the 80th is still on this team, you know. And there's Carson's. As well as Andre Booth.
That was smooth. That was smooth, bro. You gotta hit a button for yourself, bro. Damn. Hold on, man. I know I got that damn.
Yo, man, so shit.
That's how I know the 7th and 80th.
So we getting better regardless of the situation.
Right. Hey, and so first, good shot. Good shot. Second. Second, bro. Let me dissect the lack of cover sense on this stat nerd stuff, bro. Listen, man, we gotta stop evaluating players from stats. Please, God, stop, please.
Especially DBs.
It's an infection going on, bro. It's this type of stat nerd charts. Oh boy, it is killing us. It is killing us. Now, let's just examine the common sense on this, or the lack of it. Okay. So, La, he say, can we just level set? See, first of all, your tone like you schooling me, bro. You feel
right.
me? He talking like he's schooling us or something. That's number one. I don't like the tone of this real quick. Number one. Number two, an aging corner who's still great in man coverage. Listen. Now, this me playing corner, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I'm talking from experience. This is not theory. I'm not playing when I say this. If you graded man coverage, that's the only thing that matter, bro.
Even at the age, like normally when you age out, they throw you at safety and said, hey, you know, kind of like Rod Wilson. You know, Rod Wilson was a phenomenal cornerback, but hey, as time progressed, they said, okay, we just flip him over because of the injury to safety. They did the same to Charles. Charles Wilson didn't play much safety though. He stayed at cornerback, right?
No, Charles Wilson
did too. The same thing.
He played corner, nickel, safety, free, strong, everything.
So I know, regardless of that, I know for sure Ramsey can play the deeper thirds. He can read a man-to-man. He can redirect it. And what we're looking for, if we got pass rush, I'm just looking for him to just use his veteran instincts, you know. Yeah. And when we get to the postseason, he got postseason instincts, and he got Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl champ. So I look at all of those things when you're evaluating a DB. And then, what's the one thing that we're lacking on defense in the secondary? Once it's gone, it's forgotten. It's never given back to you. And we praised my guy Josh Butler for doing it. And that was confidence. It wasn't never about the size, right?
Right.
So last year, as DBs, as cornerbacks, you lose confidence, you lose everything. And one thing I can tell y'all about Ramsey, zesty and all, he got confidence.
I want me some glory hole.
Ramsey.
Say, man, I take Zest fully clean, bro. I take him right now. Yeah. Zesty and everything. Would care nothing about that. Straight up. Now, listen, let me tell you, don't ever let somebody tell you that somebody is great in man coverage but bad in zone. That is just actually crazy. Because how can you even blame a corner for zone? The only thing I might blame him on in zone coverage is cover 3.
Yeah.
Because if it's cover 2, you're responsible for the flats. So if receivers and tight ends are finding those soft spots in that zone, how can you blame a corner for that?
You can't.
He's responsible for an area.
So when we start talking about, like, and I'm not gonna say the name, but he was just breaking it down, like some of the people on the PFF and some of these scouting things, they can't grade whether or not if he's going to be in phase or he's out of phase, right?
Yeah.
Or whether or not his responsibility is for, like you said, cover 3 or cover 2, because they can disguise a lot of things. So
That's
they don't
right.
even know the responsibility of the
They're
DB,
guessing.
or how the coaches is coaching for a scheme. You know, sometimes cornerbacks take foresight responsibility and they switch it off to the safety. So when we start talking technicalities, who knows when to grade that, right? Yards allowed versus none. You know, it's just crazy, bro.
So let's get to the skinny of it. I'm gonna say it. If the Cowboys was to get Jalen Ramsey to play corner or safety, this is a move towards being very serious about being a contender for the Super Bowl.
Come on with it, man.
You see, this is the type of moves that Cowboy fans actually want. I'm just being honest with you. This selective aggressive.
That's very selectively. And this be the aggressive side.
Right. Like, we go still cheer for it. You know what I'm saying? We go support it. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to play blind to what it is. Like, y'all was very passive in free agency, you know? But let's just let it be known. If you was to make a move like this, Dallas, you know, everybody would have to say, okay, that would also put them in a position for BPA in the draft too.
It will. When you look at, you know, in general, what a Jalen Ramsey can do, now you can get true competition out of your wide receivers. And that's a little bit down the line, but I'm talking about, you know who Jalen Brooks is. You know who Ryan Flanoy is in practice if they going up against Jalen Ramsey and my guy, I'm about to call him Deion Bland, Dayron Bland. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for stronger competition from our DBs to help our wide receiver core. So if you go get a Jalen Ramsey, you're getting experiences too.
Yeah. And I haven't looked at no film on him, so I have no idea, you know. But going by what this guy said with the great in man coverage, you know.
Yeah.
If you still great in man coverage, I'm taking you, you know. Now, if he not what he was, I put it like this: if he was 85% what he was, I still be like, cause see, the bigger point is what you said earlier. The bigger point is what you said earlier is that he's better than what we have here.
Facts.
So,
and here's one more thing before you probably switch to the next subject. I'm not just only looking into the lights of Jalen Ramsey. Even if we make that move, we still have another chance to make the move for Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would still pick up both of them. That would make a strong move before you go into the draft next week, because now you can go into that draft mindset of BPA.
Right. Right. And listen, until the draft get here, you still got a chance to get your free agency and BPA order. I don't think they go do it, but if they do it, that would be good. Cause see, we going into this draft with a lot of needs, you know. So, and speaking of that, I think this is the perfect time to kind of bring up Stephen Jones.
I know yesterday was the start of voluntary workouts, and fans were excited. And
wrong clip.
When you say one of the benefits of playing in Texas, would that include the lack of a state income tax?
Sure. I mean, everybody knows that's the case here. The cost of living compared to, you know, some of these bigger cities in the NFL certainly comes into an account. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we're looking for some credit for that. And the main reason for it is we're gonna spend to the cap.
Wait, he said we're gonna spend to the cap.
Year in and year out, and
Wait, hold on.
cap. Year is we're gonna spend to the cap. Year in and year out, and over the course of time, we're gonna spend our money to try to get as many good players as we can. So, that's the art of the deal.
Oh, the art of the deal. So we got $37 million. That's spent to the cap, meaning that you do know, Stephen, or Stephen, is that if you go ahead and pay Parsons, you're gonna have more than $37 million. You're gonna have right at what, 45 or maybe 50 something $1 million, give or take. So that means that he's gonna make a lot of moves, right? He's gonna spend up to the cap. That means he's gonna spend $50 million on something. What are you gonna buy? I'm waiting, boy, because you can literally scoop up Jalen and Asante and whoever else all of this money if you're gonna spend up to the cap. Or is that cap?
I feel He say year in and year out.
He ain't gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna earmark this money so we can pay Tyler Smith and Bland next season." No,
he said that like people can't check
the Carfax. Check the record.
So like you say, you go spend that $34 million. We've been waiting, right?
Yeah.
So we still need receiver too. That would make us draft better.
Yep.
So it's one of them things. This is where you got a week, but I don't think you can go do it. It's very few people make any moves during this time, like at all. So, but they did get Zeke at the last minute, right? That don't mean they're not working.
I thought they waited the day after the draft, and they
So,
went and said, they went and got Zeke.
But the way they was talking about it, it was like it was done.
It was done. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it leaked that they was going to get him anyhow.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I remember.
Right.
Yeah.
So, listen. Now you said year in and year out you go spend, and I'm still trying to figure out why y'all restructured that. Like y'all restructured them to make some moves. So, you made some moves, but we have yet. What would you grade free agency so far based on the moves?
I give him a B to a B plus almost, because we haven't been making these type of moves before. In every single qualifying area where we have a hole at, they done made some type of move, and it's all upside. I think all of their guys that they kind of like 5 of the moves that they made are former first round draft picks. So they got guys with high upside, guys with high potential traits, but I can't give them a C or a D or an F with this off-season move. I can't do it.
You can't. Well,
yeah. Go. Name me a hole on this team and name me a spot that they didn't put a player in to try to fill that hole.
Receiver 2.
That's why they got Paris Campbell.
Oh.
Keep going, Miles. I done did this already in my head, and these
DT
are
1 tech.
Yeah. Solomon Thomas, he played 3.
That's 3 tech.
You got me on that one a little bit. All right, who else? Linebacker.
I actually like the linebackers. I like it. I feel good about the line. I think that's gonna work. Okay.
Boy, y'all kicking me over here. Y'all killing me, man. C plus, C. Amp gave him a C. Freight Train, my dog Freight Train gave him a C plus. DA Lee gave him a
I do
D+.
want to see y'all grades.
Ooh, look at them grades, man. Montana gave him an F, not a single B. I must be on the Kool-Aid.
I see D,
drop
F,
the
D, C,
Don't
C.
drop the Kool-Aid on me.
I ain't even give my grade yet either. I ain't give my grade.
Oh, you didn't give your grade yet.
No, I ain't give my grade yet.
Oh, jeez. Drop some Kool-Aid on me, because I'm the only one. I'm looking at both chats, and I don't see a single B. Y'all like that for real? Y'all feel like that?
Hey, I ain't put no words in nobody's mouth either. It's unanimous.
Bro.
C, 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 D, C, D, F, C. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Keep grade. I want to see y'all grades. Keep grade. I want to see this. Special case A B minus. We got you a B.
Okay, there goes Cedric. Cedric with me, man. B plus. I got 1 B plus. Special K B minus. Okay. Wow. Y'all saying, look, Jerry, we want to fill the holes in the hands, man. We doubted.
Hey, I ain't said nothing yet, bro. So this gonna make you mad, Law. I was a C plus. I downgraded them to a C minus.
Oh, you graded at a curve, man. On the
I
opposite.
downgraded them. Yeah. I almost want to be honest, I want to give him a D. If I'm being honest, I want to give him a D.
Hey, Philly fans giving us an A plus.
That should tell you everything, Law. That should tell you. Somebody said Q.
A plus.
I almost want to give him a D, dog. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. These last 2 picks. These last 2 free agents.
And pause if necessary, you know.
You went and got a backup quarterback. Now, we needed that. We did need. That was a need. You right. But
right. The only spot you got me on was the
DT. What tip? The one tip. That was a need, and that was actually good. Like, but it just pissed me off, man, because I'm like, I want more, man. You hear me? It just pissed me off. So just on principle, I downgraded their ass. It's like, then you really got a guard with a dude who retired.
Who's your favorite offseason training signing?
Oh, Fowler.
Okay, so come on.
But listen, that pisses me off too, bro.
How much grade
that pisses me off. Cause see,
so without him, it's an F.
Oh man, without Fowler, it's a G.
F?
Without Fowler, it's a Z. It's a Z minus. What's up, my boy Anthony in the house? What's up, man? Without Fowler, and let me tell you why that pissed me off too. Cause it's like, I'm honest. Lau, can I be honest, man? Is it okay if I be honest, bro?
Okay, go ahead.
We got Big in the building. I just saw it. Big.
I want to hear his grades. I want to hear Big grades. He came.
I couldn't even hear Big.
He's gonna be the vote. We call that.
He looked like he came in and out. Come on back, Big, and this time make some noise when you come here.
Boy, like a serial killer in there.
Look at him.
I saw a scary movie like that, man. It was literally a scary. I forgot the name of it.
Dude look like a killer.
Mama just sitting still, and every time she would move, she get a little closer. Just like that.
Big look like he was going to kill somebody, bro.
Yeah, all I need is some.
See, listen. I'm being honest though. I'm downgrading them on emotion though, bro. I'm being real. Fowler pissed me off because it's like, y'all should have known this was Fowler the first time. So that's just emotion. Can I be honest though? That's emotion. But it's like, it actually, don't get me started, loud. All right. So a C. And so with a C, he's saying he go spin. You know? He's saying he go spin. And it's like, yeah, we want you to spin. We do. You know? This also means we got to draft incredible. Yeah. So, So, Steven, I would say this. I'm still on this train. Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen.
Hold on right quick. I got somebody.
Yeah, at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keenan Allen. Now Ramsey. You can do that. There's things you can do right now to really get you ready for BPA. But it's just like, you know, we go still root on the Cowboys, but we know these are not championship moves you doing. We know. These are building a good team. This is not building a team for a championship. No. Nobody believes that. Nope. Nobody believes that. So, could you win a championship with a team like this? It's possible, but nah. Selectively aggressive people not believing that. Like, you could still go get a Asante Samuel Jr. You could. All right, so this is the thing I wanted to get to right quick. I said we was gonna do rapid fire. We doing good too.
Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. I got Q Warner. He sent a $4.99 super chat. What's happening, fam? Dr. Q checking in. I don't see them going with Ramsey. The excuse would be $80 million in the cornerback room. Just imagine JR, TD, and DB. So that's what he was saying. Jalen Ramsey, Trayvon Diggs, and Darren Bland. So he's saying that there's too much resources that's going to be spent to the cornerback room as far as money. Yeah. Well, we go see what they do after the draft. I don't see them doing anything else. This one gonna be pretty fun. Emmitt called out the Eagles. Yeah.
He said now all of a sudden they win 2 Super Bowls and they think they're the best thing on the planet. And everywhere I go, I heard, "Go Birds!" I'm sick of hearing, "Go Birds!" I'm always asking, where are you going? You still got a long way to go.
That's the thing that Emmitt Smith said. So, he knows. Because that man ran through them birds. And granted, the Eagles, they do have their place in the last decade. I give them that. But those 2 rings, you still looking up. You got stomach muscles on your neck because you're still looking up to the Washington. You're still looking up to the Giants. And last but not least, you're looking up to the mighty Dallas Cowboys. So just as much as they say it's been 30 years, 30 seasons, it's been that long for you guys still looking up with those stomach muscles on your neck because you still can't catch up with the best. That's why we reside in the West and all of y'all in the East, but we claim ourselves because we are the real beasts, baby. Y'all better watch out. Don't mess with me. Come on,
man. Yeah, I don't see how it's even hard to still stick your chest out on Philly. Like, I do see people cowering down to Philly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even the day they won the Super Bowl, I wasn't go cower down to them. It's like, bro, nah, man, congratulations. But like he said, you got a long way to go, bro. Like, for real. Like, ain't no way in the world, that we should shrink to Philly. Speaking of that, we having a draft war Thursday. We having a draft war against Laura Brunson and them. So that's gonna be entertaining. We gonna throw up this simulator, and we gonna have a mock draft war with Smitty, Laura Brunson, me, Henny, and Landlord. That's that's dirty. That's dirty. Like, I got the most dirtiest fighters with me.
I know you're gonna be whooping tail because they picking late too.
Oh yeah. But I know they go come in there to, they go come in there a little zesty. It's like, bro, it ain't no backing down like at all for not even 1 second. So
I don't want y'all to get. I know which way they're gonna go. They're gonna talk about current players, right? But I want y'all to stand 10 toes down. I'm not finna be hearing Quinyon Mitchell is better than Bland talk. No.
It ain't gonna be none of that.
I want y'all to win that debate. I know they're gonna talk.
We gonna win easy. And Cowboy fans, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know a lot of y'all be wanting us to be humble to Philly and Washington. No. No. It ain't. No, I'm not finna be humble. No. We still the king of the East. And this is still the greatest division in football. Who's sitting on the top of the greatest, most competitive division? We are. And so this is the only thing I tell y'all. This is what I tell y'all when y'all arguing in the barbershops and they start talking about VHSs and stuff like that since the last time y'all won. Just remember, man, it's no expiration dates on rings. None. Not one. Yeah. So I say hold it down. 12 toes.
12 toes all down.
Yeah, 12 toes.
Indeed. Hell yeah. I
Now,
want to see that.
this is the best news right here. This is the best news right here.
Okay. I don't see us necessarily moving up based on the way the board is coming together, but could see a situation where we move down. Dallas have the 12th pick overall. That is from Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones on next week's draft. I would say it's an intelligent move, but it's a sad time to say it. You don't want to show your hands.
What if I feel you on moving up? I feel you on the moving up. But on the move down, what if you trying to get your phone to ring?
Okay, I can see that happening.
Yeah, where you throwing that message
or
out there.
Somebody else move into that spot. Yeah,
right.
Because they know who you like.
Right.
I mean, I can see.
I felt you on that move up though, but move down, maybe he trying to get his phone to ring.
Oh, see, that's why I'm glad I did this show with you, bro. I'm doing this show with you.
Yeah.
I could think of thousands of things now. Okay.
You feel me? Yeah, and that's
the whole spot for ransom. You know?
Right. He can, because I heard you say that earlier about holding the spot for ransom, right? So now he can generate some talks because he letting people know and he letting it be known we interested. If y'all interested in moving up, call Dallas. I like that. You know what I mean? Another thing too, it's the best strategy, bro. It's the best strategy.
Yeah. All right, so here's my thoughts on that strategy, bro. There's about 10 to 15 true number one draft picks. Right. Mm-hmm. And we know that the draft is a crap shot. What you want to do is get as many as picks you can in the top 100 just by sheer numbers alone. You're a numbers guy. You don't want a multitudes of picks beyond that 100 marker, because unless you know that scout and that agent and you truly real about that player skill set, that's where you really do your homework, right? With the undrafted picks in the later rounds. But to strike that full fire, you got to do it within the top 100s.
Right. And see, Cowboy Nation, I've been talking about this for about a week or two. You know about this law, but everybody should familiarize themselves with this. Now, the Dallas Cowboys greatly won last year moving down. I believe Tyler Guyton is going to work out. I do. I'm not panicking on Tyler Guyton even for 1 second. I think he can stay at left tackle. He going to be fine. I'm almost certain of that. He had a gauntlet of pass rushers, like a gauntlet. It was, and your offensive coordinator was pass happy. But my whole point of bringing up Tyler Guyton is you got Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe by moving down. There would be no Cooper Beebe if it was no move down on Tyler Guyton. So the fresh thing in the Dallas Cowboys' mouth is a win. So this is why I'm saying familiarize yourself with this. All right. Let's go through it, Law. Just real quick. Let's go through it. All right. So we at 1,200. Okay. So I'm going to highlight this.
This is the chart that Jimmy Johnson created, right?
Yes. Jimmy Johnson created this chart.
I just want to give people some historical data, but keep going.
Yeah. So we sitting at 1,200. Let's just go through it. What's our number one need?
Our number one need is I don't know. It's subjective. I could say wide receiver. One can argue running back. You can throw in defensive tackle, offensive line. You can toss in cornerback too.
I think so.
Just depending on
if I ranked your whole list, I would say wide receiver 2 or corner is our biggest need.
Yeah, because where our depths are at with that spot. Yep.
So if we just went with both of those, wide receiver 2 and corner, in your analysis, is this a deep corner class or shallow? I have it extremely deep. Extremely. I got 10 corners that I got ranked with 3 stars. I think you can get a started corner down to round 4 with ease too.
Okay.
So wide receiver is something that's gonna likely go early because of the cost of receiving free agency. Okay. That's what we talking it through before we do this move down, right? So let's go with Miami real quick. If it's receiver, do Miami need a receiver?
Yep, because they thinking about moving on from what's his kid name, Tyreek. Tyreek thinking about moving on, and then he got.
I think he trying to get more money.
Yeah, he trying to get more money, and they okay with Jalen Waddle, but he haven't been producing the way that they want him to produce, and especially gearing up for the other role. I think that he's always going to be a codependent type of wide receiver.
I love Waddle, and I think Waddle ready to be their number 1 right now. Swear to God.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I looked at his film, man. I loved it. I'm talking about. I would take him in a heartbeat, Law. In a heartbeat.
You would take now. Waddle is good, but what I'm saying is that you think that they, who especially with that particular coach, that they're going to go with that one wide receiver? Because I don't know their
I would go with
like
I would go with what you said and say let's list that as a need.
Come on with it. All right.
All right, we'll list that as a need. So then
they definitely don't need running back. They
the Colts, could they go receiver?
Could they go wide receiver?
They just paid a receiver. But his production going down too. So I would say 2.
But they might go tight end though.
I could definitely see them going Warren. That's their number 1 need.
Yeah.
Atlanta, are they going receiver?
No, they got the London kid, and they drafted somebody else. I forgot, but they okay.
Yeah, they not.
And they got Cowboy.
Arizona, are they going receiver?
No, they got Junior,
right?
Harris
They
Jr.
Yeah. So is Cincinnati going receiver?
No, but they can go O-line with them, depending on.
They can go corner.
They can go cornerback, but I'm tired of them saying that, hey, Joe Burrows don't got no weapon. They need offensive line, so go get them an offensive line. That's where they try to.
So Seattle,
I think Cincinnati would climb all the way to that 12th spot, bro. If the Cowboys are willing, to get them a legitimate offensive line if he's still there.
So according to you, Seattle, I would say Seattle would be the safest place to be. Like safe, right? Because it's some teams under us that don't really need receivers, but the safest place to move down is 18. So 18 would net us 300. 1,200 minus 900 would net us 300. 300 is a bottom of the second. How would you feel about that?
No, I just dance with what I get at 12 because
you would dance with it. No, wait. Let's talk it through. Let's talk it through. This is why I wouldn't dance with it, but especially if you targeting a receiver, because Dame Bugler said exactly what me and Big Game James said. This is not a really talented receiver class. Most of these receivers in last year's class would have been in the 20s. So if you move down to like pick 18, right? You really starting to get them where they're properly evaluated. You only scared of 2 teams who might get a receiver, right? But you gonna have about 4 quality ones still sitting there. So let's say if you lost Ted, you lost Matthew Golden, you now getting ready to get a Booker, you getting ready to get Burton, and you definitely would get Higgins. You see what I'm saying? Because it's only 2 receiver spots that you said it. Like, that's why we went through it together.
Yeah. Now, that is kind of sort of like if we are in that world of a vacuum of just looking at the wide receivers in this draft, right?
Right.
Because
which they have to.
Ooh, then you have to quantify like, boy, shoot. I ain't trying to do quantitative analysis though, but man, you had to, and also in theory, do the same principles for the running back, also for the same principle for the cornerback, in any other position of value on your team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And see, this is why I think they would have to do wide receiver. Henny did him and Landlord, they shot some holes in my case. You remember I was fighting for Booker, right?
Yeah.
So they came and they really put explosive holes in my case. And they showed that I think they counted about 11 receivers was taken before pick 44 last year. And the case on that is not just the talent of receivers, it's a lot of owners that's thinking economics, right? They want to get a receiver in the first round so they don't have to pay one in free agency because they so expensive right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I look at the 30 visits, it looked like Dallas was targeting all the first round receivers. But if you look at those 30 visits close, they was looking at second and third round running backs. So going back to what you're saying, that quantum analysis, how is receiver not first?
Yeah, but do what you dance around with that. If with the 12th pick, let's say you want Matthew Golden, right?
Yeah.
And why would you dance around with that? Because you got to understand that our particular room is so unique that, and I'm not trying to speak this into existence.
Yeah.
But your whole season could be over with if CeeDee Lamb tweaks a knee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now you have Tolbert and Brooks and Mingo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you play around with fire if you know for sure that wide receivers, the area of need, and we going by this structure here. Granted, we can't hang around the rim, as Jerry will say, and trade back. But what if the next team out of the blue that we just went down through say, okay, now I'm drafting Matthew Golden, or now I'm drafting Ibuka. Now you shut out.
So this is my honest analysis. If Ted is there, you take him.
Okay.
If Ted is gone, you move down.
Okay.
And you live with whoever is taken. You live with it. That's what we did last year when we did Cooper Beebe. Remember they had old boy from Duke. I can't remember his name. But he was dope.
Matthew Bergeron draft for?
No, last year. It was last year. He playing center right now for Tampa Bay. You draft nerds, help me out. He was my favorite.
Zach, is it Zach?
No. Y'all help me out. He the Tampa center right now. But they had him on the board last year, right? Mm-hmm. They had the Arizona guy, the tackle. They had him when they moved down. Then Barton, thank you. It was Graham Barton. You remember him?
Graham Barton.
Barton. Remember? So it was Graham Barton. What was the Arizona tackle? He was there. I remember. Y'all help me out. Because I can see it in my head. I can't remember the names though now. You know how it is when the draft is over with, I just divorce all that stuff out of my head.
I know it goes.
But Arizona, the tackle was there. And then it was Tyler Guyton. And so it was like the Cowboys said, I'll be cool with any one of those three. You know what I'm saying? So we go move down and take our chance. And that's how they got Cooper Beebe. I'm saying do the same thing at receiver. Move down to 18 where you can pick up potentially an extra second. You could also pick up 2/3. That's the value of going down to 18. You could also pick up 4/4.
Let me say this right quick. Shout out to Holly, man. Thank you so much for the big super chat of $10, man. He says, like this super chat, y'all. And if your knees snap, crackle, and pop sometimes when you move, that means you're getting old. So that's good. Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much.
Good super chat, man. Good super chat. It was Morgan. Thank y'all, man. I knew I could count on.
Yeah.
See, I could count on them draft nerds, but them boys, they gonna come through for you. But Morgan, it was Morgan, Graham Barton, and it was Tyler Guyton, all sitting right there. And the Cowboys moved down just a couple of spots, calculating we gonna lose maybe two of these three, but we gonna get one of these, and we gonna be happy with any three. I think they can do that same thing with receiver. So, like to what you said, it's two spots that you said is risky. Miami, and then we said end it. Everybody else we felt solid, like they not going receiver, right? So then if Ted is gone, you might lose Matthew Golden. That's who you gambling with, right? You throwing dice. You might be gambling with a Booker, but you go get Burton, you go get Higgins. If any one of them teams that you was like, they might get it. If they don't get the weapon, you home run to Matthew Golden, you home run to Ibuka, and you picking up a second, maybe 2/3 and 4/4. So anyway.
Yeah, man.
How you feel about that? That's why I said this was the best news to me, man. When he said moving down.
That dude means that you got multitudes, what they call it, tags of touching, right?
Explain that.
Yeah, meaning that let's say you got a grade on Will Johnson as a 95 and Matthew Golden is a 94. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, them tags are damn near touching, or they both 95. So I know if I have a third person and his grade is like a 90, 93 or 94, I don't mind losing one or the other, knowing that I can get another top 100 pick, right?
Yeah.
So at least I know for sure if I make the sacrifice to trade back, I'm getting at least one of these guys, right?
Right.
And that's the tags of touch, and then I can live to say, I can live to see tomorrow. So, yeah, I do like that strategy there. It just that the way you presented it, bro, you had me start thinking quantitative analysis, and I had to go get the Pythagorean theorem and rainbow foil method and everything, bro, because you broke it down analytically. I do like that fact that you did it that way with the chart and everything. That's dope, bro.
Yeah, because to me, that's how we got to think through the trade values, and it got us to talk about it. Like you said, you could lose Ted. It let me clarify. I'm not trying to gamble with Ted. You know what I'm saying? I would take Ted. I would gamble everybody else.
But the only way you can get in there to do that, if one, you did your homework, right?
Yeah.
And for two, it's a war room.
Right.
It's not the love room nor the peace room. So for you to do that, you fighting all of those individuals who may see wide receiver as a less of a value, right?
Right.
And that person banging on the table saying, "Hey, but you got to pay attention to this. You got to pay attention to this DB class. And you got to pay attention to this running back class. I want a Marion if he falls to the 15th or the 17th spot.
Right.
So those are the things that you have to fight for. But if you can fight for your pick, then do it.
Yeah. So that's why I said that was to me, the news of today, that he was saying we open the move down. The Cowboys just won by moving down. Why would they go into this draft with this many needs unless they are serious about moving down? And it just worked for them last year, y'all. See, and let's be honest, Law, that's gonna be exciting, bro. Think about it. Remember how excited last year was when they moved down? Because we wasn't expecting it. You know what I'm saying? We was both saying, I remember me and the OC was saying last year, was like, man, they ain't got the courage to move down. I said they should, but they don't have it. And they moved down. I was like, man, the Cowboys is You know what I'm saying?
But we were thinking that even like the year before that time or before that, when they moved back or down, when we had Parsons on the table.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we didn't know where that it was going to go. But you can get too cute with that chart because the Giants moved all the way out of it. They passed up on Smitty and Parsons.
Yeah.
And they went after Kadarius Toney. So it's you better make sure whoever.
Yeah, you got to feel great about your evaluation. That's why I say I'm not moving. If Ted is there, you make the pick.
Yeah.
He that different. Now, I don't even think he better than Matthew Golden, but I think that catch rate is and that body control is rare.
Yeah, you can't teach 6'5", man. You
Yeah.
know, that's tall, bro. Like I said, I'm saying it all the way, man. He can go give Moses a handshake, you know, Paul and them, you know, like, hey, I'm up here in the heavens, you know. So I would like that for the Cowboys, and then to know that he's still young and he can do this number. He can grow.
Yeah.
With the right,
Yeah.
You know, teachers and stuff like that around here.
Right. Now this the last topic, bro. This the last topic. Listen, we did good tonight, man. We got a lot of good topics all under an hour. I was aiming to do that. So check this out. This is the football topic I want to talk to you about. My boy TP noticed something. Let me show my boy TP, man.
Yes, law y'all. He said seeing getting the halfback.
Yeah. See, when I was watching these drills, I did not at all think, because we was talking about how he was doing OTAs and nobody say nothing about it while they was on Micah ass, right? That's what we was talking about at first, right? But then TP made, you know, one of them. TP got some good eyes. He got some good eyes.
Yeah.
TP said, because I said not one peep, talking about how, you know, that people trying to get Micah to show up to show leadership and they not saying nothing about CD. But he said he getting his more work here than OTAs, which is true. Y'all pay attention.
Yeah.
This is actually more important than OTAs. I would rather my stars do this than actually be going through walkthroughs. Just that's me. So, but then TP said this, LOL, you see he getting that H-back work. I said, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, let me speak on that. Because that's exact. When you go look at what he doing, this is wide back work. A receiver that plays running back. And I'm going to be honest, Lau. I wouldn't be being myself if I didn't say this. I don't like it. I don't like it. This is what I want to have a football conversation with you about, because I tweeted about it. And this is what I said on Twitter. We saw what a wide back did to Debo. We don't have to guess. We saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It was cute at first. It was sexy. Ooh, Debo, man, that's cool, man. He can play receiver and he can get in the backfield. What started happening the more you kept doing it?
I mean, you do get body breakdown. But keep going. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. And it's
I
would want, and I'm just being honest, I don't like the idea of CeeDee Lamb. I don't care how much muscle he put on. I don't like a receiver that has that ability that got you 1,600 yards after really start getting targeted in game 5. I don't want him taking them hits. I don't. Especially after saw how he was last year on that shoulder. I don't want it. It's running backs that has just as much agility. They've been playing that position their whole life. In my opinion, you don't have to get cute at all, even sparingly, and put that caliber of weapon in the backfield. I hate it, Law. I don't want them to do it. We should already have the foresight to look at what happened to Debo and say we don't want that for Lamb.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. When you look at everything of what the offensive play calling was calling last season was very bland and vanilla, right? So with Steve Semko, one of the things that I talked to him about this offseason was about, why was that? And he said he was under observation analysis, right? He was just there to watch. But they still implemented some of the things last season at the end. Did you see Kevontae Turpin line up at H-back? Did you see that? Do you remember that game?
Yeah. It worked.
So it worked. So they may do that a little bit more with CD. They may implement that more with him, or they could utilize Turpin in that way, or whoever we get in the draft. So I think that one of the mission things that probably the coaching staff, because that's not a Cowboy sanctioned practice or what have you. I think that CeeDee Lamb is working on, his yak ability and his short area quickness off of that drill, knowing that he may get more of those opportunities in this offense.
Yep. He doing that because we know this. You play ball, I play ball. When you doing that in the off season, that means they already had a conversation about it.
Oh, yeah.
So they told him, we want you to put on some weight. We want you to go get them running back skills up because we gonna be. And I'm gonna be honest, man. This is what it feel like to me. Reverse cheat. It's one of those. We paid you, so we go try to find as many ways to use you. And if they are thinking that, I would say, please don't think that. Please don't. And I know it's gonna work in a short time. Guess what we're gonna be doing in the short run, Law? Woo! Look at CD. Look at CD. Woo! Then one day, boom! Is he all right? Hey, CD, he gonna miss a couple of games? For real. That's what happened to Debo. I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. It was at first, woo! Look at Debo. Ooh! Man, they put him in a weapon and they put him in the backfield. Woo! Oh. Damn, he gonna miss 3 games?
To be fair, CD, man, I think CD died is a little bit more disciplined than Debo. But I get what you're saying. Debo is a hammer. I think that CD is a better route runner, and I think that he will be utilized to some of those plays, boss. But I don't think that they will continue to do the same thing. But Debo was Brandon Ayuk, nice, and then Kyle Juszczyk and Debo, yeah. But that's Kyle Shanahan thing, though. I think that Shotty gonna do it differently. Remember, he want a running back to be able to catch in the backfield as well as get upfield.
Cause see, it's genius. It is. When you got
let Deuce do it. Let Deuce Vaughn do it. We keep going.
Don't do it with CD. He too valuable now. He paid too much now. He worked too much now. And he do just fine at receiver. You could do it with somebody. Turpin was giving you 10 yards a clip. Go do it with him. He only worth $5 million. Don't do it with a $35 million dude. I know I shouldn't be talking like that, making it about money. But I hate it, man. And I'm gonna say one more thing too. I'm gonna make the camera big on me on this. If I was a running back, I would be offended. I would be offended. I ain't lying. I would be mad that y'all literally got a wide receiver out here doing a job that literally I've been training to do my whole career. Even if it's spot duty, it's like, nah, I want every one of them snaps. Especially if I was a running back last year, I would have been so mad. Every time they gave it to Turpin, and every time they gave it, I would have been like, boy, that was my care. That was my care. Because none of them was getting enough into the end. But let me get my final words, man. Get my final words. So, like I said, and I said this earlier, the good thing about dealing with content creators like Lau and me is it's way more going on than a draft. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, and let's be honest, it's easy to get drafted out, especially around this time. You can't keep remixing Tet versus Matthew Golden. You can only remix that so many times. You can only plug holes in Savion Williams so many different ways. After a while, people start knowing where you're going and they tune out. You know, the benefit of the final word in places like this is that it's way more going on that need to be addressed. Right. So the good thing is Stephen Jones came out there and he said he go spend. Well,
up to the cap.
Up to the cap. He said he go spend up to the cap. So in my opinion, the savvy executive Cowboy fans, you should write down his promise and say, did you keep it? Did you keep it? You say you spend up to the cap. Okay, you got a lot of cap room. Jalen Ramsey sitting out there. What's the other corner you mentioned, Law?
Asante Samuel.
Asante Samuel, Keenan Allen sitting out there, Amari sitting out there. It's some things you could do that you could spend up to the cap.
Up to it, yeah.
So we heard you, and I took a note on what you said. Then we go see, do you actually keep your promise, or was you just kind of talking? But then I also say on my final word, I'm happy to hear about the move down. I actually believe in it greatly. I might have explained it in quantum physics, but it really is not that hard. If you move down to 18, you go get you enough value points to get a bottom of the second, or 2/3, or enough value to get 4/4. To me, if Ted is gone, this is the key to it. Dane Bugler and a whole lot of reputable people said this class of receivers is really in the 20s. I don't want to take talent in a 12 that's valued in the 20s. I want you to go to the 20s or right around 18 where it's safe. Get the extra pick and let's run that Cooper BB play all over again. That's my final word.
No doubt, no doubt. Good final word too, by the way. Shout out to you, Daryl, man. Thank you for your super chat at $5. Thank you so much for your support for the nation. One of the things that I want to say this right here, Cowboy Nation, is that there's no right or wrong reasonings with your draft selection, right? If you can defend it. So whoever we get next week on Thursday, let's cheer them on, let's celebrate them, and hopefully it will be a person that can fill in one of these holes on this team. And we got holes in different areas on this team. That's right, boss. We got holes. We got holes at DB, at defensive tackle, at cornerback, at wide receiver, running back, O-line. We got holes. So let's see if this thing can all be filled next week, somewhere around this time. DC for life, not for sure.
Hold on, man. Plug your party, man.
Oh, man, we having a draft party, man. I don't have the direct address in my head, but it's in Arlington, and I would love to see y'all beautiful faces there. There will be other parties, though, boss, but live, like what I'm going to do, man, it's going to be live, lit. I want y'all to come on out and not have a good time. No. Y'all know my motto. I want y'all to have a great time.
What you charging at the door, man?
It's going to be 10 to get in, to have a complimentary food and drinks, man. It's going to come with it. There will be hookah specials. If you do that, you can get that done. We should be having some people in the building like a Sharetta Metcalf. She's the IBF champ. She's a diehard Cowboy fan, as well as my guy, Soup Man, who's coming from the Fan of the Year, a year removed from that. So we're going to have some other special guests lined up, man. And I want you guys to come out, celebrate. It's not just about football. It's about networking, as well as communicating with each and every last one of you all, and just having one of those moments that you can relive and you can say, I shared it with Law Nation, and whoever else may be there.
So I got a perfect compromise too.
Talk to me.
So all the people, man, if you can go pack it out, help my boy Law, you know what I'm saying? Because these are the type of things I know how it works. Let's just keep it real, y'all. I'm going to keep it all the way real. The more people that can show up, the easiest it's gonna be for him to have a repeat next year. That's just how it works. Oh, yeah. If you show up and you show out, he get another chance at it and get to go bigger. So if you do that, then all you got to do is, while you're there, take your phone, put it on YouTube, and go to DC Universe. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you supporting both. You supporting Law. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you turn your phone on where you also give us a couple of eyeballs as well and peek in. Because, even though we're in two different spots, I definitely want to always support my brother and vice versa. You know what I mean? So, OC, you came in late, so did you have some final words? Did you hear the show?
Man, I didn't hear much of the show, man. I just wanted to come in and support, show my face, man. I will say, man, support Law Nation, man. Check him out, man. Be sure to go there. And as he says, don't meet him there, beat him there. You know, go to the spot, support Law Nation, man, and everything you're doing. Also, man, check out DC Universe. We'll have some hot content and some hot takes, informative, and keep you up to date with the latest and the greatest on this year's 2025 NFL Draft. So you don't want to miss our content either. It'll be hot, it'll be fire. And you will learn and you will be entertained. You will be entertained. I'll tell you that. So it'll be fun.
Oh, so you got a new camera, bro?
Yeah, I'm on crispy.
That thing crispy. You did something.
Yeah, I did. I rebuffed it.
Shoot, that rebuff worked. That boy looking straight. That boy looking 8K.
Yeah, 8K on that. You know, appreciate you, man. And I can't wait, man. And of course, we'll be tuning in to DC Universe as well. You know, these picks, we doing our analysis and things like that. It don't take me long at all to get my cell phone, run outside in the car, and then give y'all my raw analysis.
Absolutely, we'll have a back door ready for you too, bro. You know that.
Yeah, have that back. You remember you did that before, right?
Yeah, we like day 2, day 3. You always come in the back door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we gonna leave that back door, man, because the nation gonna want to hear your analysis, bro. So we got you. We go always make a way for Law. You feel me?
Indeed, man. Let's have a great time, y'all.
OC, I will see you in the morning. Did you send me that address?
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Y'all, the OC done recruited me, man. He got me out there working.
Hey man, you know, it's for the greater good, and I'm gonna tell you one thing. Boss is gonna be doing some stuff. I ain't gonna even let it out the bag. He gonna be starting to do some stuff that y'all gonna be shocked that Boss Cowboy doing. So having him come when he's coming tomorrow, it's all a part of the master plan, man. It's all a part of the master plan. So it's gonna be good.
Yo.
Finna be training these NFL athletes. Y'all got Boss messed up, mate.
Yeah, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. Yeah, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Yeah. Count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her